Disney have dropped their long-awaited 100th anniversary celebration short, Once Upon a Studio, which includes over 500 Disney characters coming together for the first time in the studio's history. There's old favourites, new favourites, and obscure deep cuts. No matter how familiar you are, I've got your back. Let's break down every single character in Once Upon a Studio, shot by shot. The first characters to make their appearances are, of course, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse, who leap from a photo taken from classic 1942 Mickey Mouse cartoon, Mickey's Birthday Party. Next is, of course, Tinkerbell from Peter Pan, who whizzes past a scenic background from Sleeping Beauty before helping Mickey, Minnie, and other characters escape from their frames. Next up, we find Princess and the Frog's Tiana teaming up with Pinocchio and Nick and Judy from Zootopia, before they're all joined by Tiana's pal from the bayou, Louis the Gator. Next up, Bambi, Thumper, and Flower all escape frames from Bambi, while Wilbur, Bernard, and Miss Bianca from The Rescuers and The Rescuers Down Under, Disney's first sequel, follow through. Minnie is then seen walking the halls with Bolt, Mittens, and Rhino from Bolt before Peter Pan flies through, bringing Wendy, John, and Michael Darling with him. Aladdin and Abu from Aladdin come sliding down the studio staircase. Moana's Maui soon makes an incredibly grand entrance from one of the studio's weight rooms, even taking his hawk form. Wreck-It Ralph's Vanellope speeds through, with Oliver from Oliver and Company. Raya and the Last Dragon's Sisu comes bounding along, providing a solar surfing obstacle for Treasure Planet's Jim Hawkins. A blink and you'll miss it moment comes from Prep and Landing from Disney's series of early 2010s cartoon shorts swinging from the rafters, while Elliot from Pete's Dragon flies by with Rescuers Down Under's Cody. Soon, Moana herself drops from the ceiling, catching the Little Mermaid's flounder. Next, a visit to the studio's coffee stop, the Snuggly Duckling, a throwback to Tangled, sees a mishmash of characters congregating, including Merlin and the Little Blue Saucepan from Sword in the Stone, Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts, and Chip from Beauty and the Beast, the Mad Hatter and the March Hare from Alice in Wonderland, and Lucille Crunklehorn from Meet the Robinsons. Soon enough, one of the penguin waiters from Mary Poppins comes waddling through. Next up, Frozen's Elsa and Anna walk past a Litwax arcade sign from Wreck-It Ralph, while Pinocchio's Stromboli takes a fit of anger out on a vending machine. It also appears that Moana is the icon in the ladies' toilets. Frozen's Hans tries to escape from an image, however Elsa stops him right in his tracks, freezing him shut. Everyone's favourite Donald Duck soon joins an elevator full of characters, including two short-lived 1950s Donald foils, Humphrey Bear and Park Ranger J. Audubon Woodlaw, Tarzan's Turk, Carl the Robot from Meet the Robinsons, and Tangled's Mother Gothel. Of course, the whole crew is stuck waiting in the elevator for Zootopia's Flash the Sloth. It's a crew of cool dudes ready themselves in the bathroom. Robin Hood's Prince John, Aristocats, Thomas O'Malley Cat, Atlantis the Lost Empire's Milo, Chicken Little's Chicken Little, Beauty and the Beast's Gaston, Snow White's Happy, and the Headless Horseman from the Legend of Sleepy Hollow segment from package feature The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Alice in Wonderland's Cheshire Cat also makes a surprise appearance. We then enter an animator's room where Frozen's Olaf is sketching a drawing. Floating past, we see Robin Williams' Robin from obscure 1989 TV special Back to Neverland, while the Lion King's Timon and Pumbaa trot by. With a little Disney magic, Aladdin's genie, fueled by never-before-heard Robin Williams outtakes, bursts out of Olaf's drawing board, making an enormous scene. Cinderella's Jack and Gus appear on a table, about to be devoured by Rescuers Down Under's Joanna the Goanna, before Mickey's faithful pup Pluto comes to the rescue. Next, Christopher Robin, Kanga, and Eeyore help pull Winnie the Pooh from a painting where he finds himself stuck, much like in short film Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree, later issued in The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh package feature. Then Moana's Pua, Encanto's Antonio Madrigal, Pocahontas's Miko, Tangled's Pascal, Mulan's Cricky, and a pair of birds from Cinderella bound through. Scrooge McDuck soon jumps from a frame from Mickey's Christmas Carol, bags of money in hand, naturally, before they're stolen by Robin's Hood, Robin, and Little John. naturally. Still waiting for Flash the Sloth, Baymax from Big Hero 6 soon joins the elevator crew. The 101 Dalmatians, or a small group of them, are then seen watching the Night on Bald Mountain sequence from Fantasia, featuring the demon Chernobog, who fires out of the screen. Walking past, we then see Mole, Rat, and Angus McBadger from the Wind in the Willows segment of the Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. They're flanked by Kristoff and Sven from Frozen, who are led by Honeymarin and Ryder from Frozen 2. The Little Mermaid's Ursula storms the halls with Splat from Strange World in tow. Cinderella and the Prince from Cinderella soon descend the staircase, this time the Prince losing his shoe, which is taken by Little Mermaid's Max. Another unlikely pair, the Jungle Book's Car and cult favourite Clarabelle Cow, arrive on the screen, closely followed by Tangled's Rapunzel, who off-screen donks Car on the head with her frying pan. Here we come across the most beautiful moment of the whole short, as Mickey pays respects to his father, the one who started it all, the incredible Mr. Walt Disney. But the gig is not up yet. A staircase is adorned by over half a dozen more characters. Grand Pabbie, the King of the Trolls from Frozen, Skippy and Toby Turtle from Robin Hood, the elderly Art and Dot from 2021 short Us Again, Madame Medusa from Rescuers Down Under, Bowler Hat Man from Meet the Robinsons, Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove, Ethan, Searcher and Meridian Clade from Strange World, rare 1930s character Clara Cluck, Mickey, Goofy and Donald's rival Pete, Giselle from Zootopia, the very obscure Johnny Fedora and Alison Bluebonnet from their self-titled segment of package feature Make Mine Music, Maleficent from Sleeping Beauty, and Frollo from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Next, the studio door is opened by Raya and the Last Dragon's Raya, while Sword in the Stone's Madame Mim waits alongside Flynn Rider and Maximus from Tangled. Mickey then re-enters the scene, riding on the back of Dumbo the Flying Elephant from Dumbo. They're followed by Wreck-It Ralph's titular goofball, who smacks into the door. The Lion King Scar, of course, drops by to pass his judgment. However, the Wind in the Willows' Mr. Toad from Ichabod and Toad gives him the fright of his life as he speeds past on Aladdin's magic carpet. Jock and Trusty from Lady and the Tramp soon walk by, followed by Flora, Fauna and Merryweather from Sleeping Beauty. Underneath, a litany of Disney characters team up for a star photo. It's here where we get to see a whole bunch of other characters. Fans will be very happy to see Oswald the Lucky Rabbit certainly wasn't forgotten, making a funny little appearance. Also appearing are Amos the Mouse and Benjamin Franklin from early 50s cartoon Ben and Me, Phil from Hercules, Rat and Tuke from Brother Bear, Maggie, Grace and Mrs. Calloway from Home on the Range, Small One from 1978 cartoon The Small One, and Wind in the Willows' Cyril Proudbottom, all whom sit upon the shoulders of Encanto's Luisa Madrigal. We also have Cusco and Pacha from Emperor's New Groove, the Wicked Stepsisters from Cinderella, Captain Hook and Mr. Smee from Peter Pan, Colonel Hathi and Winifred Elephants from The Jungle Book, and the Three Little Pigs from the classic early 30s Silly Symphonies cartoons. Ichabod Crane from the Legend of Sleepy Hollow segment of Ichabod and Mr. Toad nearly gets his head knocked off by Goofy, who stumbles through with a ladder. Lion King's Rafiki soon pops in to give Goofy, the photographer, his camera, while Lilo and Stitch pop by to help out after he crashes off his ladder. The Broomsticks from the Sorcerer's Apprentice segment of Fantasia also stop by to help clean up, as does Wreck-It Ralph's Fix-It Felix, Hercules from Hercules, and Cinderella's fairy godmother. Others who line up for their photo include Jafar and Iago from Aladdin, Chief Bogo from Zootopia, Casey from Make Mine Music sequence, Casey at the Bat, Tarzan and Jane from Tarzan, Horace Horsecollar, Simba and Nala from The Lion King, Eeyore Rabbit and Gopher from Winnie the Pooh, Grumpy from Snow White, Hyacinth Hippo from the Dance of the Hours segment of Fantasia, Captain Amelia from Treasure Planet, Mr. Big, Frou Frou and Kozlov from Zootopia, Jamba Jukiba from Lilo and Stitch, the entire Big Hero 6 squad, Friar Tuck from Robin Hood, Ludwig von Drake, cult favourite Duck family member who initially appeared in a series of 1960s Wonderful World of Colour episodes, the Big Bad Wolf from the Three Little Pigs Silly Symphonies, Arthur from Sword in the Stone, King Leonidas from Bedknobs and Broomsticks, Officer Clawhauser from Zootopia, Sergeant Calhoun from Wreck-It Ralph, Alma and Isabella Madrigal from Encanto, Jasmine from Aladdin, Daisy Duck, Coda and Kanai from Brother Bear, Kida from Atlantis, Alan A. Dale, the Rooster from Robin Hood, Johnny Appleseed from the self-titled segment in Melody Time, Hathy Jr. from Jungle Book, Scat Cat from Aristocats, Tafita Mutton Fudge from Wreck-It Ralph, Mirabella Madrigal from Encanto, the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland, Lewis and Wilbur Robinson from Meet the Robinsons, Belle and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast, Pecos Bill and his horse Widowmaker from the Pecos Bill segment in package feature Melody Time, Penny from The Rescuers, Hades from Hercules, Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians, Princess Aurora and Prince Philip from Sleeping Beauty, John Henry and his Magic Hammer from the 2000 short film John Henry, Quasimodo and the Gargoyles, Victor, Hugo and Laverne from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, Edgar Balthazar from Aristocats, Madame Odie from Princess and the Frog, Giulietta and Augustin Madrigal from Encanto, Todd and Copper from Fox and the Hound, Gurgi from The Black Cauldron, Pocahontas and Flit the Hummingbird from Pocahontas, Juan and Tong from Raya and the Last Dragon, Timothy Q. Mouse and Dumbo from Dumbo, Basil Q. Mouse, Olivia and Dr. Dawson from The Great Mouse Detective, Thomas, Duchess, Marie, Toulouse and Berlioz from Aristocats, Nessie from the 2011 short The Ballad of Nessie, Ariel, Prince Eric and Scuttle from The Little Mermaid, Jaeger Clade from Strange World, Dolores Madrigal from Encanto, Baloo and Mowgli from The Jungle Book, Lady and the Tramp from Lady and the Tramp, the Golden Harp from the Mickey and the Beanstalk segment of Fun and Fancy Free, Sebastian from The Little Mermaid, Runt of the Litter from Chicken Little, Shank from Ralph Breaks the Internet, Creeper from Black Cauldron, Nani and David from Lilo and Stitch, Bagheera from Hercules, Lieutenant Matias from Frozen 2, Lambert the Sheepish Lion from the self-titled 1952 cartoon short, Princess Eilonwy, Taran and Hen Wen from Black Cauldron, the fairest one of all, Snow White from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Mulan from Mulan, Aisha from Disney's upcoming feature Wish, Oaken from Frozen, Robin Hood and Maid Marian from Robin Hood, Lumiere and Fifi from Beauty and the Beast, Pooh and Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland, Jiminy Cricket from Pinocchio, the trees from the groundbreaking Silly Symphony cartoon Flowers and Trees, Pedro the Aeroplane from the Pedro segment of Saludos Amigos, the Skeletons from the Skeleton Dance Silly Symphony, Susie the Little Blue Coupe from the self-titled 1952 cartoon short, Prince Charming and the Evil Queen in Disguise from Snow White, Prince Naveen from Princess and the Frog, Aladar and a couple of lemurs from Dinosaur, centaurs from the Pastoral Symphony segment of Fantasia, some lost boys from Peter Pan, Jose Carioca and Panchito Pistolas from the Three Caballeros, all of these seven dwarfs from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and I am sure there are hundreds more that are too blurry to even make out. The short rounds out with a bunch of characters adorning the credits, most of which appeared during the short, though we do get new appearances by Encanto's Bruno, Bruni the Lizard from Frozen 2, Merlin and Madame Mim from Sword in the Stone in their animal disguises, Morph from Treasure Planet, Donald Duck's classic foils Chip and Dale and Spike the Bee, and his nephews Huey, Dewey and Louie, Pain and Panic from Hercules, Mushu from Mulan, Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective and Lucifer from Cinderella, and the Ongies from Raya and the Last Dragon. Of course, Mickey Mouse is the final character to round out this entire exhausting exercise. With that though, I'm gonna get some sleep, so let me know which characters did you notice in this crazy Disney star photo that I missed. Join the conversation down below and let me know.